Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank you to all this committee and the person and participate who already joined with us in first Padangsidimpuan International Conference. My name is Nurkasan Arina Puspita, and my partner's name is Fitria Patriotica. We would like to present our paper that we give title BIM Implementation in Public Construction Projects in Indonesia. First of all, we want to explain why we did this research, why the reason why of our research. First of all is about one of the sectors which enhance Indonesia's GDP is coming from construction industry. The next one, the necessary of technology development in construction industry in Indonesia is not in line with applicable regulation that governments provide, especially in public projects which need clear regulation in projects implementation. The next one is delayed work, excess costs, and poor of work quality have still happened frequently either in a big or small project, particularly in government projects. That's why we need a solution. To help stakeholders to overcome project flows can be helped with BIM, Building Information Modeling, as current technology in construction project. And then what is BIM? BIM is a set of building modeling processes that base technology and involve digital system to improve accuracy in design stage. Furthermore, based on Mitinan and Favola, a change of technology that will increase productivity whilst rectifying design, construction practice, and practice maintenance, which aims to enhance collaboration inter-organization and construction industry. But before we use BIM in Indonesia, we need to know how is BIM in Indonesia. Regarding BIM can be chosen as the current sophisticated technology in construction industry to enhance projects processes, the researcher needs to investigate how BIM development in Indonesia by conducting a research BIM implementation in public projects is. Since one of the biggest sector GDP in Indonesia is from construction industry, then we need to choose to make a decision about what methodology that we would like to do for this research. To support this research, both qualitative approach and quantitative approach are the most appropriate methodology to be chosen for the research. The mixed approach is assumed to be so repeatable and able to isolate from uncompromising reality of the cause and effect under investigation. The methodology approach which will be used for this research is questionnaire survey. The questionnaire had been given to 35 respondents. Those are coming from on-state companies and local contractors companies in Indonesia. There were 10 questions in the questionnaire, which each question described knowledge about BIM. The results of the questionnaire that gained by the research had been processed with SPSS, or Statistical Package for the Social Science, and Microsoft Excel. Hereby, we elaborate the answer from 10 of questionnaire that we gave to 35 respondents. The first question, what type is your company? More than 50% or 57.14% answer they are large company, and 42.86% answer small company. The question number 2, does your company familiar with BIM? Mostly answer from the respondents said that they know BIM. It's about 68.57%, and others is 31.43%. Question number 3. Does your company have been implemented BIM in your company organization? It's based on diagram. It's 57.1% answer no, and 42.9% answer yes. Question number 4. Is BIM your owner requirement before the project started? It's about requirement that contractors have to fulfill before they go on to do a project. That's why we gave this question, and the answer is 88.57% answer no, and 11.43% answer yes. Question number 5. Does BIM have been applied in your project? The question is about how the level of using BIM or implementing BIM in a project. So the answer from the respondents are 62.86% answer no, and 37.14% answer yes. Question number 6. Which percentage is BIM has been used in your project? Based on the diagram, we can conclude that less than 50% answer that only 0 to 20% that know that use BIM in a project, and only 2.9% that implemented or use BIM in a project. Question number 7. What are BIM's advantages in your project? Hereby, we have about 5 BIM's advantages that we gave to the respondent, and we gain 11 respondents that said that better communication and coordination is the advantages that they gain for the project, and robust and information and time efficiency answered by each 8 respondent. Cost accuracy in a project answered by 7 respondents, and only 5 respondents answer minimize construction risks in a project. Question number 8. What is BIM's barrier to adopt either in your project or your company organization? The question is about the barriers that contractors face in using BIM in their project. Hereby, 11 respondents answer lack of research, 10 respondents answer low demand from client, 7 respondents answer high cost of inventing, and 6 respondents answer resistance to change. Question number 9. Which stage is BIM utilized in your project? Based on this table, we can conclude that only in construction stage or construction phase that BIM is utilized by the company. And the last question is, which stakeholder does involve in BIM usage in your project? Since BIM generally used by all stakeholders, then we gave this question to the respondent, and from the answer we gave to choose by the respondent, almost or mostly of the respondent answered that only contractors or mostly contractor use BIM in their project rather than consultant and owner. And then what is conclusion of our research? Based on our hypothesis or our objective, we compare the objective and the research result in this table about BIM implementation in public projects in Indonesia. Overall, the BIM implementation in Indonesia is rapidly increasing during the past 2 years. Remind all the questions in the survey portrayed a pleased trend. However, several the small large companies still do not apply BIM in their practical technique in the projects, while the others do not recognize BIM. Additionally, BIM also just has been applied in a project only for construction stage, which based on some conversation which the researcher did to some respondent. BIM, which is used in a project only, is supervised by the consultant without the contractor's role. However, the BIM's benefit can be helpful in improve the productivity and progressing of a project. Therefore, the BIM researcher's role in order to enhance the BIM development knowledge in the future is need to inspire. And as a trigger for all types construction companies in Indonesia to increase in capability and creativity in order to encourage the company among the global market. Okay, for all participants and for all of us, I would like to thank you for your kind attention to listen and to see my presentation of our paper. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.